Have you gotten tired of the run-of-the-mill shooters? Has the bro-dude culture gotten you down? Do you need respite from the incessant demands of the world, like having to aim? Well, we've got you covered, here at No Objective Central.
No objective? Isn't that boring?
Not at all. Here you'll find countless games that will satisfy that urge to do absolutely nothing. Have you ever fantasized about doing lawn work for free? Or power washing your neighbor's backyard? Well, here at No Objective Central, we make dreams come true.
I didn't believe it at first, but there's nothing quite like that feeling when you see that virtual shed all cleaned up for the first time. I know it took 6 hours, but sometimes that's what it takes to make a difference, I guess.
While you're here, you won't find time limits or difficulty settings, just good times.
I know. I get it. I'm still looking. I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting to hear back from Dairy Queen, okay?
So come on down to No Objective Central, where being unmotivated is underrated.
Hello? Hello? If you're like me, you have eyeballs, which means you might notice a recent trend in the gaming sphere.
I'm talking about the rise of cozy games.
You know, those adorably animated 8-bit graphics that make you yearn for the simpler times? Back in my day, we didn't have graphics, and we were grateful. Or overly eager animal people that just want to know how you're doing? Yeah, those ones.
These aren't new concepts.
We've always had these games around, like Pokemon Snap or Nintendogs. Who's the best boy in the whole world? But what the hell is going on here? These bad boys are pumping out like hotcakes or steam buns or some other kind of sexual bread. You might recall a certain time in recent history in which people were locked inside their houses, and there was only the comfort of their Nintendo Switch to guard them from the scary outside world.
This was the perfect catalyst for cozy games to explode in popularity.
From the untrained eye, you might think something so soft and squishy couldn't possibly be harmful. Well, you'd be wrong! Because in this video, I'd like to show you exactly how cozy games are actually pure evil. But what is a cozy game anyway? Well, according to Wikipedia, it's something that's dumb and stupid and is a waste of time. It's a game that emphasizes non-violence, relaxation, and commonly centered around activities like growing plants or making friends. The goal of them is usually open-ended and generally defined by the impact on the player's feelings. It's a broad spectrum, ranging from city building to life simulators. Total chick stuff. A place for everyone to have their voice heard and expressed. The most astute of historians have attributed the origins of cozy gaming all the way back to the year 1996 with Nintendo's Harvest Moon, also known as Farm Story, in Japan. This was further popularized by the likes of Animal Crossing in 2001, which is not to be overshadowed by the juggernaut that is today's Stardew Valley. While farming simulations have widely been considered the bedrock of the cozy gaming community, the arrival of The Sims in the year 2000 is not to be understated with its influence on the personal computer and gaming consoles of the day. These games have been around for a while. Mario Paint on the Super Nintendo was my jam, Holmes. No, like literally. I would play that shit on repeat. And I'll admit it, I set myself on fire once or twice in The Sims. I was young, I was curious, I just wanted to see what it was like.
There's always been a niche audience for these games.
I figured this out firsthand when the disease that shall not be named was around.
My wife got super into Animal Crossing on the Switch, and she's never, I mean ever, been into games. She would play for hours on end, like an addict. I would never let a video game dictate my time like that. No way. I'm a responsible, red-blooded American that buys every Call of Duty and plays Diablo 4 for 2 hours a week. This opened my eyes to a whole other reality. Is there a world where girls play video games? Obviously that's ridiculous.
So I went back to the sacred text. To my dismay, I did find a loophole. It can't be. Girls, and sometimes guys, may play video games if they are indeed cozy.
What gives, bruh? It's right there in the handbook. You dare oppose the bro code? Call me a heretic, but cozy games are nothing but a mockery of what makes video games great.
But how could I get this information out there when the system is already poised against me? That's it. I'll go undercover and pretend to like these games. Yes, that way they'll have to accept me into their tribe. Then and only then will I be able to show the world the true colors of cozy gaming.
I played Stardew Valley.
Don't judge me, I was in a rut. Skill-based matchmaking just got added to Destiny 2 Quick Play. It got bad, man. They took away my toys. I used to be able to just chill with the homies with my favorite meme loadout. Nice. Not anymore. You better rock the hard meta or fuck off entirely. I swear I feel like I need to do a whole video on SBMM. But that aside, some buddies from work said I should give it a try. It was on Game Pass, so I figured, what the hell? And it was amazing. From farming to mining, relationships, community building, infinite possibilities. If I wanted to spend an entire session mapping out my farm so that I'd get the highest yield of strawberries, I could do that. Or if I just wanted to spend all day fishing, collecting all sorts of different species, I could do that. If I wanted to beat Journey of the Prairie King without dying.
Stop it. Get some help.
Still so proud of that, by the way. There was no pressing matter that just had to be addressed. You could just take your time. Suddenly colors seemed bright again. My dad actually came home from getting milk and cigarettes, and life was good. There was something about this game that had pulled on a long forgotten feeling. Having fun.
What was wrong with me?
I'm not supposed to enjoy playing games. I'm supposed to rage and throw my controller when I get slide shotgun for the 1000th time. But I couldn't stop myself, and I only played Stardew Valley for 3 months. This had changed me. I was a new man. Enlightenment was bestowed upon me like a dove from the heavens, and I wasn't just about to go back to my old ways. So I sought out further training in the art of cozy gaming. My new master was Spiritfarer, a sweet side-scrolling management game about death. No, but seriously, I've never seen better use of hand-drawn art in a game. It hooked me immediately. You get to know these different characters in the game, and it's your job to help them come to some form of peace in the afterlife. Something I don't think I've ever seen in a game. I've heard people say that certain games can be therapeutic, but this was like on a different level for me. The soundtrack alone carried this game so hard. The gameplay loop is learning different recipes so you can increase rep with all the different characters you meet, so you can further explore the map, which in turn improves your ship and your own mobility. I loved it. This was truly a piece of art that spoke to me. At this point, I was in way too deep. The dragon had already been poked, and I had to have more. So I moved on to Firewatch. This one was different though. I wasn't greeted with cute anthropomorphic characters or anything like that. I was alone. Like, completely alone. You play as Henry, a forest ranger who's recently gone through the ringer in his personal life. Here, there wasn't a litany of activities to keep you busy. You just did your job, checking out paths, reporting disturbances. The only form of dialogue is between you and another neighboring watchtower. The story sort of develops this mysterious undertone as the interactability of the game makes you feel like there could be something that pops out at any point. I don't want to spoil the story in case anyone wants to check it out, but I'd say it's definitely worth taking a look because it's not too long.
So yeah, I'd come this far, so I might as well play
Lawn Mowing Simulator, Power Wash Simulator, Unpacking, Maquette, Hollow Knight. Hollow Knight was pretty hard. We can take that one out. Jusant, City Skylines.
I had become the very thing I had sworn to destroy.
But something I did not expect also happened. The rage monster was calling me out of retirement. The echoes of skill-based matchmaking getting louder and louder. So what's going on here? I thought I had moved on to better and brighter things, but I was reminded of what makes cozy games so dangerous to begin with. First of all, there's no goalposts in this godforsaken wasteland. That's some real participation trophy bullshit if I've ever seen it. If there's no way to measure performance, how do you know if you're doing something wrong? I could be mowing the wrong fucking lawn for all I know. If you're not rewarding good performance, you might as well be punishing it. Trial and error is the best way we learn, so we can separate the good from the bad. If there's no good and bad, only perspective, that's just a pipe dream. There is a correct way to shoot a a basketball. If you miss, that's not perspective. That's you fucking up. Cozy Games want to tell Timmy that it's okay that he failed his geometry quiz.
My son's a failure!
He's not gonna get better at math if you give him a trophy he didn't deserve. Secondly, Cozy Games prioritize self-expression over everything. This comes from the idea that the ultimate expression of your inner ideals leads to the highest individual fulfillment and happiness. But something that this doesn't account for is for the people who have the shittiest ideals. I'm sorry to say, but some worldviews are better than others. Just because Crazy Larry thinks he can fly doesn't mean I'm gonna encourage people to jump off buildings.
Whoa there, Beebo. Isn't this getting a bit too judgmental? Maybe you should mellow those vibes a bit, friend.
Okay, maybe you're right. Maybe I should chill out a bit. But I'm a bro. I've grown up during the golden era of gaming. When I see a bunch of buff bros going to shoot the shit out of a bunch of aliens, that's my Christmas. It doesn't matter how many times I've seen it. This shit never gets old.
Bros being bros.
Not saying every game needs to be like this, but I sure as hell don't want every game to have that safe space energy.
I don't play cozy games as much as I used to, but I do think there's a place for these games.
Not everyone is looking for ways to express their supremacy of skill in their free time. Sometimes people just want to relax. Gaming burnout is a thing and could probably be a video all on its own. But I think for people like myself, it may be that these games serve as a sort of palate cleanser. Not sponsored or anything obviously, but I think it was pretty cool that I could try out all these games on Game Pass. Otherwise, there's no way I would have gone down this rabbit hole. Well, that just about does it for the video. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Smack that like button if you liked it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Love you, bye.